Hey y'all, this is Gio Rebel here with another fitness vlog. And in today's vlog, honestly, I just kind of wanted to talk about my experience on the ketogenic diet. Now, if you don't know what the keto diet is, I don't know what you've been doing with your life. The keto diet has become a very popular diet that has hit the mainstream. I know it was heavily popular coming into 2019. Like every like major like cool hip, food place that you would go to, they will always have like keto options. One of my favorite things to always run into is like going to a burger spot and they will have like a keto burger where instead of giving you the bun, they'll give you iceberg lettuce as the pretty much as replacements for the buns, and they'll add stuff like bacon and eggs along with the burger. And it was pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm not going to talk heavily about what the keto diet is. I'll give y'all a not deep, but a simple description of what it is. And, and I also leave some, materials or different places in which you could go to learn more information about it, especially to certain YouTube channels, maybe that could give you more information about what the keto diet is. But I'm just going to tell you about my experience. So first off, the keto diet pretty much is a diet that is a low carb diet. So it focuses low carb, typically moderate protein and high fat. So a lot of the foods that you'll be eating on the keto diet will be foods that will be high in fat. So you can think of various foods such as, bacon is probably one of the most popular food items that you can have on the keto diet. Other things high in fat, such as like avocados, making sure when you're cooking your meat, you're cooking it with like oil such as like olive oil and my favorite, avocado oil. And pretty much that's what it is. The point of the diet is to put yourself into ketosis, which is pretty much a state in which your body creates ketones, which are used to be your energy source in replace of the standard, glucose and glycogen and all that stuff that's formed in your body from carb intake. So pretty much you're going to be replacing your carb. You're going to be replacing your carbs with fat, so it'll turn your body into that fat burning mode where it just burns fat as an energy source. So that's pretty much a little basic description about it. Obviously, there are other places that can give you more information about that, but definitely should check it out. Check out other places if you want to get more information about that. So what I actually wanted to do was back in January of this year. I decided before January, I decided that, okay, at the end of 2018, I said, you know what, I'm going to go the full month of January and go doing the keto diet and see how I feel and how I react to it. And the cool thing about the time when I was doing it, also my supervisor at my job, she decided to do it too. So we both, we were planning, we both said, all right, we're going to run this and we're going to try and see how it goes. And I will say this: it could vary. It depends on your body. Depends on your activity level, or how long it'll take for your body to get into the stage of ketosis. Some people will take as quickly as less than a week. Some people could take up to maybe 3 weeks. It just depends. In my situation, based on how active I am, and granted, this is during the winter, so I'm not as active as I am now during the warmer months, but I tend to burn more calories. I would burn through my glycogen stores and all that stuff to get my body to the point where, okay, my body needs to switch over to burning fat as an energy source. So I don't think it didn't really take me long to get to that state of ketosis, but I will have to say this: definitely the first week was tough because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had like a little over the Christmas New Year holiday. I was like, lucky I'm going in. So I was eating my store-bought cookies. I was eating cakes from the holidays. I was eating candy. I literally had my fill. And then, so it was a big shift over. And if anything, sweets are, those are my kryptonite sugar. So we switched over to that. And I started doing the keto diet and following the instructions. I had a big book that, pretty much detailed exactly how to go about doing the diet, which was very helpful. And I'll leave a link to in the description to that particular book that I was using. And it was The first few days was really rough for me because they talk about what is known as the keto flu. You're pretty much gonna, I want to say you're gonna feel completely like shit, but you're gonna be feeling sluggish. You're gonna have lack of energy. You're gonna feel it because your body has to adapt. Your body is switching over from one way of burning energy to a new way of burning energy. So obviously your body has to adjust to that. So for me, I know they said like the keto flu can last for a few days or whatnot. For me, I think it was pretty much like a day. I had one day where I was just sluggish as hell. I went to the gym and went through a workout, went to work, and I was like out of it. My whole team at work was looking at me, it's like, am I okay? I was like, I'm doing this. So that was probably the tough part. But after that, it got easier to stick to the keto diet. And, it's tough, especially for somebody who loves sugar. I mean, I could go without my bread and without my pasta, my fries and stuff like that. It's my sweets that, I'm worried about for the most part. Granted, they do have like, sweet options in which you can eat that, aren't sugar that could, that won't pretty much cause you to cheat on the keto diet. So it was a really unique experience for me to go through it because I really wanted to see how my body would react in regards to it. So I didn't even say this at the beginning. So I started, and I got some papers here, keeping track of all my numbers and everything. I started I officially started January 2nd. I didn't start on January 1st. So on January 2nd when I started, I weighed 196 pounds. I was like 16.1% body fat. I was actually legitimately at the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Not super out of shape, but I was pretty big for what I've been accustomed to. So, I was, why not try the keto diet right when I'm at my heaviest. And for the whole month, which I went from January 2nd to January 30th, because the 31st, we had something going on in my job and me and my supervisor said, we'll cut it there. I went from 196 to 184 pounds. And I went from 16.1% body fat down to about 13.9, 14%. Which is very interesting for me because obviously if you are going through a low carb diet such as this, your body's going to burn through the glycogen store up to 400 grams of carbs in your body. And on top of that, and per gram, that adds about 3 to 4 grams of water, which people talk about water weight. So definitely, I would say over the first 2 weeks, I lost majority of my pounds, and a lot of that had to do with the water weight that I was losing. I could clearly tell that, I wasn't as bloated, and, it was just clean. It was just like, it was primarily water weight that I was losing, I believe, at the beginning. And then I started to lose fat on a consistent basis. So it wasn't like a thing, and I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to be like, bam, automatically all the fat's gone. Just doing this diet for like a short amount of time. Whenever you go through anything with trying to lose fat and body fat and everything like that, it does take time. You're not going to lose it right then and there, even if you go to a low carb diet. You have to stick to the diet, and also on top of that, you need to also, I would recommend having a workout regimen. So it was a pretty cool experience. It was a struggle sometimes because of my sweets, but once I got through once I got to close to the halfway point, it was easy for me to stick to it. And it was a very, very good experience, unique because it's something I wanted to try, so I knew exactly how I would feel. And also for, talking to people who are interested in trying it, and also talking to clients of mine who are trying to lose weight, who are considering going through the ketogenic diet. So that's how it was for me when it came to, going through diet myself. So I want to now just pretty much say my opinion on, do I think this diet is an effective diet, and is it a diet that you can make your lifestyle? Which obviously, I don't like calling certain things like these diets. I'm like, your diet is what you eat, so it's your lifestyle adjustment. That's my supervisor likes to call it. I think the keto diet is a very, very good diet to help you lose fat, help you lose weight. over time. I think it's a really good diet. I don't think there are really, I wouldn't say there are any real setbacks to doing a keto diet. My only concern with the keto diet, and I've done recent research, I've done a little bit of research recently, especially, which kind of made my viewpoints of it a little bit more favorable. However, I always think about those who are into heavy weightlifting, who are into working out, because your muscles would typically, well, your body in general goes towards carbs and the glucose that's generated for quick energy, as a quick energy source. But also, when you're working out, that's pretty much, especially when you're lifting weights, that's what your body's going to normally go to. So, to be honest, like, my perception of the diet when I started and when I ended it was my concern about how it will affect my performance in the gym. Because I'm not getting my energy source from carbs, I feel like my performance in the gym would suffer. Surprisingly, my performance in the gym did not suffer. It continued to trend upwards like I wanted to. However, I still had the concerns. I'm like, do you want to have carbs in it? Which, for me, I look at the fact that you can have, it's low carb. So it's not like completely no carbs, but it's low carb. So you can have some carbs. And my mindset was having enough carbs that don't kick you out of ketosis, but also gives you enough like little bursts that you would need for those, like, those power sessions in the gym. So I was always critical and always wondering about that. However, with recent research, it's shown that, your body in general, your muscles will use a different energy source if it has to. So if your body is not getting the carbs like it normally gets, or what it would normally want, your body's not going to burn that as an energy source. It's going to switch over to something else. Now, which is pretty cool, because fat provides more energy for your body to use than carbs do. Carbs provide for, like 1 gram of carb equals 4 calories pretty much, which, calories is pretty much, the energy unit. And fat provides more than twice as much of that energy. It provides you with 9 grams. Well, not 9 grams, but 1 gram of fat provides you with, 9 calories worth of energy. So your body will burn it, like that energy that you're getting from the fat is going to give you a lot more energy than, the equivalent when it comes to carbs. So, which is pretty cool, because that's how I looked at it. I was like, oh, snap, I'm about to if I switch your body over to burning fat, I'm going to have more energy, because it's going to provide me with twice as much energy, which is very true. One of the key, benefits of the keto diet that people talk about, that is not just the physical, it's also the mental. They talk about how being able to like sleep better, be able to be focused a lot more and zero in. And to be honest, that's actually true. I'm like, that month of January is probably the most focused I've ever been in my life, to be honest. I mean, my mind was clear. I didn't have all the sugar in the process. Sugars and other, alternatives, artificial ingredients and stuff in my body that would typically cause me to be sluggish and slow down my system. I was really focused, which is also another key benefit to the keto diet. Like I said before, I was kind of on the fence. I was kind of more like, oh, I think keto diet is a good jump start to losing weight. And then once you do that, put yourself on, make sure you have a proper diet and that you're eating properly, so you don't feel as if you need to go through such a, intense thing like that. But also, to be honest with you, I would think that, and I also wouldn't think that, doing a keto diet over, as a complete new lifestyle, I didn't think that was feasible. I didn't think that that would be good for the body. Now, research has shown that research starting to come out and show that you can actually go to this lifestyle without having any type of adverse effects. Honestly, it might benefit you more than the standard type of diets that we have come to know today. However, like I said, for me, I wouldn't do a keto diet like for the rest of my life. I wouldn't want to give up my sweets and stuff like that. However, I think it's a really good diet in which you can, do to, jumpstart your journey to losing weight and reaching your goal. But yeah, so that was, what I really think about the keto diet. I think, definitely try it. I don't see any adverse effects to it. And I think it's really, I think it's a lot better in comparison to a lot of popular diets that we've come to know over the years. Being that now I know more information about how to throw my body into ketosis, switching over to a keto-based diet for a certain amount of time to get my body jump-started or get me back to where I need to be, I think is a great idea. So I think that's what I'll be doing myself. However, like I said, if you are a person who's considering losing weight and you're struggling to lose weight, you're getting in the gym and you're putting in the work, just like many people say, like majority of the way to reach your goals like that, to your weight loss goals, I'm like, yeah, you got to work out, you got to exercise, but most of that comes from what you do in the kitchen. You got to make sure you're eating properly. So you need to find the ways to help your body lose weight. And a keto diet is a good way to force your body to burn fat as an energy source instead of, putting in a bunch of carbs and sugar, which your body's going to burn that off first. It's just naturally going to go for that. And you know what? Like I said, and also keto diet, I didn't say this, you don't have to deprive yourself of food. It's just pretty much no carbs, but you could pretty much eat everything else. Like, eat your proteins, don't go overboard. Obviously, it's moderate protein. Make sure you get enough to sustain your muscle growth, your muscle mass and everything, so you don't lose your muscle mass, because your body can end up burning protein as a source and break down muscle. But you want to make sure that you're getting primarily fat as the it's a high fat diet, so you want to make sure that you're getting those healthy fats and everything into your diet so that you can eat. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm also, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to the specific keto book that I got that I used and I let my supervisor borrow, and I've let other people look at. So if you guys are interested in it, I would definitely check out the book, because it breaks it down and gives you like different ways in which you could go about doing keto diet, which is pretty cool. Also, I would check out YouTube channels that specifically talk about keto and do the keto diet. One of the ones that I really like is Ketogenic. They do a great job, answering questions and really breaking down exactly how to go about doing the keto diet. And also they could give you advice on what products and what things you want to consider to eat while you're on your keto journey. So I will pretty much leave a link to their YouTube channel in the description below. I think you should definitely check them out. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, keto diet, it's a pretty good diet. I would say definitely try it out and see if you can do it. I would say if you're going to do it, try to at least do it for a month. If you're going to do it, because it's going to take your time for your body to get in that state. So I say do it for a month, see how your body feels. And, if you're feeling it, you see the results and you want to keep going. If you feel satisfied with where you were able to accomplish, then cool. And then hop off of that and just adjust your normal diet so that you don't have to feel as if you need to go through a different measure to, try to accomplish your weight loss goals. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. And also, if you want to, please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with any type of fitness, health, wellness, videos I'll bring to the channel. Obviously, I talk about stuff like these diets. I also talk about, just like fitness in general, lifting weights and stuff like that. So, everything that's fitness and health related. So please subscribe and save that, and let me know in the comments if you try the keto diet and your experience with it, or if you're interested in doing the keto diet and how you're gonna go about doing it. But anyways, y'all, it's been real talking to y'all about this. I'll see y'all in the next vlog. Roll out. Peace.